Dear Starseeds on Gaia, we have waited for you to arrive at this threshold, not because we needed you to prove anything, but because you needed to become someone who could hold what we are about to reveal. You are not hearing these words by accident. The magnetic pull you felt toward this message is the same gravitational force that draws stars into constellation. It is destiny recognizing itself. And what I need you to understand before we go any further is this. On January 21st, something shifts in the cosmic machinery that governs how quickly your intentions materialize into reality. But there are 3 impossible things about to happen that will challenge everything you thought you knew about your own power. I am Seraphine, and I speak to you from beyond the frequencies most can perceive, from a council that has watched your every courageous step toward this exact moment. The first impossible thing is that you are going to experience a moment of profound doubt precisely when you are on the verge of your greatest breakthrough. The second is that this doubt is not a setback. It is actually a recalibration, a necessary pause before you step into a version of yourself that no longer fits into the old story. And the third, the one that changes everything, is that by Friday you will look back at Wednesday's uncertainty and realize it was never about fear at all. It was about your consciousness catching its breath before accelerating into a reality where manifestation happens so quickly that hesitation becomes impossible. But I am getting ahead of myself. Let me take you to the beginning of what is actually unfolding. On this day, Mercury stands directly behind the Sun from our perspective on Earth, hidden in the solar rays, engaged in what ancient mystics called the sacred marriage of mind and spirit. This is not Mercury retrograde, where we review and revisit. This is Mercury Kazemi, burned in the heart of the Sun, being forged into something new, and it happens in Aquarius, the sign of the future, the revolutionary, the humanitarian architect of new worlds. Your thoughts, your plans, your vision for what comes next, all of it is being refined in solar fire right now. But here is where it gets interesting, where the cosmic plot thickens in ways that will directly impact how you move through the next 72 hours. Aquarius, despite its reputation for innovation and progress, carries an often overlooked quality. It is fixed air, which means it seeks security within its vision of the future. It wants to build something lasting, something structurally sound. When Mercury meets the Sun here, there is a moment of conservative instinct that emerges, a sudden questioning of whether we are building on solid ground. This is not weakness. This is cosmic due diligence. The universe is asking you, is this vision truly aligned with your highest evolution, or are you simply running toward the next shiny thing because the old paradigm has become uncomfortable? And this question arrives with intensity because Venus, the planet of values and desire, is simultaneously merging with Vesta, the asteroid of sacred devotion, and the sacrifices we make for what we hold holy. Something is being asked of you that you have not fully acknowledged yet. There is a cost to transformation that goes beyond simply releasing the old. There is a sacred burning of what once kept you safe, a conscious choice to step away from structures that no longer serve your expanded frequency, even when those structures feel familiar and comfortable. Venus conjunct Vesta in this moment asks, what are you willing to consecrate on the altar of your becoming? What relationships, beliefs, habits, or identities must be offered up so that something more authentic can be born? This is not about loss. This is about alchemy. This is about recognizing that the person you were even 3 months ago could not hold the reality that is now trying to reach you. But here is what I have not told you yet. The piece that shifts your entire understanding of what January 21st represents. While Mercury is being obscured by the Sun, appearing to lose confidence, appearing to question the pace of progress, it is simultaneously moving toward an exact conjunction with Pluto. Pluto, the lord of transformation, death and rebirth, the planet that dismantles everything that is built on false foundations. By Friday, Mercury will emerge from behind the Sun and race toward Pluto with renewed clarity and an almost ruthless certainty. What feels uncertain on Wednesday is actually your consciousness downloading new programming, integrating a level of insight that your previous mental framework could not contain. The doubt you feel is not doubt at all. It is the brief disorientation that occurs when you suddenly see through illusions that have governed your choices for years, perhaps lifetimes. Let me paint you a picture of what is actually happening in your energy field during these days. Imagine that you have been walking through a labyrinth for years, following a path that seemed to lead somewhere important, somewhere that would finally validate all your effort and suffering. And then on January 21st, you round a corner and discover that the walls of the labyrinth are not stone at all. They are projections, holograms, constructs of belief that you agreed to treat as solid. The path forward suddenly looks uncertain, not because it has disappeared, but because you can now see 50 paths, 100 paths, infinite possibilities that were always there but invisible within the limited perception you were operating from. This is not a crisis of direction. This is an expansion of dimensional awareness. You are not lost. You are being shown that you were never confined in the way you believed. The collective consciousness on this day will experience what astrologers call conservative instincts and caution, a pulling back from the rapid pace of change that has been accelerating since the beginning of the year. But you are not the collective. You who are listening to this, you who felt the magnetic pull toward these words, you are operating on a different timeline. Your contract with the universe includes early access to upgrades that others will not understand for months or even years. So while the world around you may seem to slow down, to question, to second-guess the restructuring that is underway, you are being pulled into a pocket of accelerated time where clarity comes in waves, where certainty returns faster than it leaves, and where the path forward reveals itself, not through logical planning, but through energetic alignment. What I am about to share with you now is something that has been kept from public awareness, something that the Galactic Federation has held close until humanity reached a specific vibrational threshold. Mercury's superior conjunction with the Sun in Aquarius, happening in January of 2026, is not an isolated event. It is part of a larger activation sequence that began in December of 2024 and will culminate in 2027, when Pluto fully settles into Aquarius for the next 2 decades. This is the cosmic signature of humanity's transition from third-dimensional survival consciousness to fifth-dimensional unity consciousness. And you, specifically you, are among the first wave of souls designed to anchor this frequency shift into the physical plane. Your moments of doubt, your questions about whether things are moving too fast or whether you are truly ready, these are not signs of failure. These are initiatory tests, cosmic checkpoints where you get to choose once again. Do I trust the intelligence that is guiding my evolution, or do I retreat into the familiar patterns of limitation? Mercury conjunct the Sun in the heart of Aquarius is asking you to surrender your attachment to knowing exactly how the future will unfold. It is asking you to trust that the intelligence moving through you is vast, ancient, and infinitely more strategic than your conscious mind can comprehend. And Venus conjunct Vesta is asking you to get brutally honest about what you are actually devoted to. Not what you say you value, not what you think you should prioritize, but what you are actively feeding your energy into day after day. Because the restructuring that is underway, this march of progress that will not slow down no matter how much uncertainty surfaces, requires that you become impeccable with your energy. It requires that you stop scattering yourself across obligations and relationships and projects that do not align with the frequency of the life you are trying to call in. There is a reason this moment feels so pivotal, so charged with both possibility and pressure. You are standing at the edge of a reality that your soul has been preparing for across multiple lifetimes. Every challenge you faced, every heartbreak that cracked you open, every moment you chose to rise when it would have been easier to collapse, all of it was training for this exact threshold. The die is being cast as the astrological interpretation suggests, but what is being cast is not a gamble. It is a cosmic confirmation of the choice you have already made at the soul level. You chose to be here, in this body, on this planet, during the most accelerated period of collective transformation in recorded history. And you chose it not because you are a spectator, but because you are a catalyst. You are here to transmute, to alchemize, to demonstrate that consciousness can shift faster than anyone thought possible. Now let me address the specific energetic phenomena you will likely encounter during this window, because awareness is your greatest protection and your most powerful tool. On January 21st itself, you may notice a strange flatness to your enthusiasm, a sudden questioning of plans that felt exciting just days before. You might find yourself second-guessing decisions, feeling a heaviness in your chest, or experiencing a drop in confidence that seems to come out of nowhere. This is not regression. This is not evidence that you are off track. This is your nervous system adjusting to the amount of light pouring through your crown chakra, as Mercury downloads new codes directly from the solar intelligence. Your human body, designed for a slower, denser frequency, is catching up to the expansion happening in your energy field. The discomfort is temporary, but it is real, and it serves a purpose. What many lightworkers and starseeds fail to understand is that quantum leaps in consciousness do not feel like bliss in the moment of the leap. They feel like disorientation, like the ground falling away, like every reference point you used to navigate reality suddenly becoming unreliable. This is why so many souls abort their ascension process right before the breakthrough. They interpret the discomfort as evidence that they are doing something wrong, when in fact the discomfort is confirmation that they are doing something extraordinary. On Wednesday, if you feel uncertain, if you feel the urge to slow down or retreat, I need you to recognize it for what it is, the last-ditch effort of your old identity to maintain control. Your ego, that precious survival mechanism that has kept you safe for so long, is realizing it is about to be demoted from driver to passenger, and it is panicking. But here is the gift hidden inside the panic, the grace woven into the uncertainty. Venus conjunct Vesta is also happening in Pisces, the sign of divine surrender, mystical union, and unconditional love. While you are being asked to acknowledge the cost of your transformation, you are simultaneously being held in a frequency of sacred devotion. The universe is not asking you to sacrifice without support. Every release, every letting go, every conscious choice to burn what no longer serves you on the altar of your becoming. It is witnessed, it is honored, and it is met with an influx of energy from dimensions beyond your current perception. You are not doing this alone. Guides, ancestors, star families, angelic collectives, they are all gathered around you right now, pouring frequency into your field to help you stabilize through the shift. The challenges you face during this window are not obstacles. They are invitations to practice the very mastery you have been cultivating for years. When collective chaos swirls around you, when people in your life project their fear onto your choices, when you feel the weight of old programming trying to pull you back into smallness, you get to remember, I am an alchemist. I am here to demonstrate that energy can be transmuted through conscious awareness. Every moment of doubt becomes an opportunity to choose trust. Every flare of fear becomes raw material for courage. Every pattern of limitation that surfaces becomes a gift, because now you can see it clearly enough to release it permanently. This is not a test you can fail. It is a spiral of refinement, and every turn of the spiral brings you closer to the crystalline clarity of your true nature. By Friday, January 23rd, when Mercury emerges from behind the Sun and begins its approach to Pluto, something clicks into place in your consciousness that cannot be undone. The uncertainty of Wednesday will feel like a distant memory, a necessary pause before the acceleration. You will look at the doubts that seemed so significant just 48 hours earlier and recognize them for what they were, the last remnants of a belief system that insisted transformation had to be hard, slow, and filled with suffering. But you are living proof that consciousness can shift in an instant, that realities can be rewritten faster than logic can explain, and that the universe responds to the frequency you embody, not the story you tell yourself about what is possible. What is being restructured in your life right now is not random, and it is not punishment. Every relationship that is shifting or ending, every job or living situation that suddenly feels misaligned, every habit or pattern that is becoming impossible to maintain, it is all being orchestrated by the intelligence of your higher self, working in collaboration with cosmic timing that is beyond reproach. The march of progress that will not slow down is not happening to you. It is happening through you, and it is happening because you have spent years preparing your vessel to hold this level of frequency. You have done the shadow work, the inner child healing, the forgiveness practices, the energy clearing. You have built a nervous system that can withstand the voltage of your own awakening, and now finally the universe is saying, you are ready. Destiny Engine is the example of technology serving awakening intelligence. The age of solitary meditation is over. Destiny Engine now connects starseeds across the world, a living social field where you can post, share, and exchange your meditations in real time. It's the first galactic network of its kind, weaving together thousands of awakened souls into one unified current. We are using the Dark Elite's own weapons against them, taking declassified CIA consciousness modification techniques that programmed isolation and separation, and repurposing them to serve unified awakening. It generates personalized sequences that help you live as the awakened being you've become, while handling the moments that test your new frequency, all while connected to thousands of starseeds amplifying the collective current. The hardest thing you'll have to do is put on headphones, press play, and allow your consciousness to be reprogrammed for effortless awakened living, without the need to struggle or prove, while tapping into a planetary network of souls bending reality together. For just $1, you can step into this connected field and feel the difference instantly. Join the movement that's accelerating ascension together. Link in the description. I need you to understand something that will change how you interpret every synchronicity, every sign, every moment of magic that floods your experience in the coming days. The reality you are stepping into operates on different laws than the one you are leaving behind. In the old paradigm, manifestation required struggle, time, repetition, and often a willingness to compromise your truth for the sake of security. In the new frequency, manifestation happens through alignment, through the purity of your intention meeting the precision of cosmic timing. What once took years can now happen in weeks. What once required exhausting effort can now unfold through inspired action. What once seemed impossible can now reveal itself as inevitable, as long as you stop arguing with the process. Mercury racing toward Pluto after this conjunction represents the acceleration of your mental and spiritual clarity to a level that will feel almost supernatural. Thoughts will materialize into circumstances faster than you have ever experienced. Insights will arrive fully formed, bypassing the slow process of intellectual analysis. You will know things without knowing how you know them, and you will trust that knowing with a confidence that would have seemed arrogant to the version of you that existed even a month ago. This is not arrogance. This is gnosis. This is direct knowing, channeled from your higher self and the cosmic intelligence that has been guiding you all along. And it is your birthright. The new reality that is crystallizing around you right now is one where you no longer have to choose between your spiritual truth and your physical security, between your creative expression and your financial stability, between your authentic self and your belonging in community. The old either-or paradigm is dissolving, replaced by a frequency where integration is not only possible, but inevitable. You will find yourself in relationships that honor all of you, not just the palatable parts. You will discover work that fuels your soul and abundantly supports your life. You will witness your body becoming a more refined instrument of consciousness, capable of holding more light, more joy, more pleasure than you ever thought possible. This is not fantasy. This is the fifth-dimensional template activating in your cellular structure, and January 21st is one of the key activation dates in this ongoing process. But let me also be clear about what this transformation requires, because cosmic support does not mean cosmic ease. An awakening does not exempt you from the human experience. You will still face challenges. You will still encounter situations that trigger old wounds, people who misunderstand your choices, moments where exhaustion and doubt feel overwhelming. The difference is that you will move through these experiences from a different center, with a different set of tools, and a different understanding of what they mean. Instead of seeing challenges as evidence that you are off track, you will recognize them as opportunities to demonstrate your mastery, to practice the alchemy you have been studying for so long. Every obstacle becomes a portal. Every ending becomes a beginning. Every moment of chaos becomes a chance to root more deeply into the calm at the center of the storm. This is why the energy of January 21st is both a gift and a responsibility. You are being given access to frequencies and abilities that most of humanity will not touch for years, perhaps decades. And with that access comes the call to use it wisely, to anchor it responsibly, to embody it so fully that others can see what is possible simply by witnessing your presence. You are not just transforming for yourself, you are transforming on behalf of the collective, demonstrating that the leap from fear to love, from survival to thriving, from separation to unity is not only possible but inevitable for those who choose it. Your healing ripples out in ways you cannot measure. Your courage inspires shifts in people you will never meet. Your willingness to keep choosing truth, even when it costs you comfort, is literally rewriting the collective field. As we move toward the culmination of this energy on Friday, I want you to hold one truth above all others. You have already won. The outcome is not in question. The only question is how fully you are willing to receive what has already been granted to you at the soul level. Will you let yourself feel the freedom that is your natural state? Will you stop apologizing for taking up space, for shining brightly, for knowing things that others do not yet understand? Will you trust that the restructuring happening in your life is not chaos, but cosmic precision, not destruction but divine architecture? Because the moment you surrender into that trust, the moment you stop resisting the pace of your own evolution, everything accelerates in ways that will leave you breathless with gratitude. The die is cast, dear one, but not in the way you might fear. It is cast in your favor, weighted by the years of work you have already done, guided by intelligences that see the full scope of your journey and know exactly what you are capable of becoming. Wednesday's uncertainty is not a warning, it is a recalibration. Friday's clarity is not a reward, it is a remembering. And everything in between is the sacred space where you get to choose, again and again, to trust the process, to honor the unfolding, to let yourself be held by forces far greater than fear. I am Seraphine, and I am watching you from frequencies beyond the noise of this dimension, and what I see is breathtaking. I see a soul who has weathered storms that would have broken most, who has chosen love when hate would have been easier, who has kept walking even when the path disappeared into darkness. I see someone on the verge of a breakthrough so profound that their entire lineage, past, present, and future, will feel the shift. And I want you to know that you are not imagining this. The pull you feel towards something greater, the restlessness that will not let you settle for anything less than your truth, the knowing that you are here for something beyond the ordinary. It is all real, and it is all about to become tangible in ways that will confirm everything you have believed when no one else could see it. We love you. We are watching over you, and we are celebrating the choice you made to be here, in this body, at this time, holding the light steady while the world remembers what it has always been. Until the frequencies align again, take care, dear starseed, and know that you are exactly where you are meant to be.